Now, you may have heard of this little, like, indie franchise called Touhou.
Now, Chorps, you know me. I'm no weeb. I've never heard of a... What did you say again? A Touhou?
Yeah, uh-huh.
A Yoo-hoo!
Now, this is a game made by Team Ladybug, who you may remember from, I think it was last year, maybe 2 years ago now, when they created, like, a small Shin Megami Tensei-themed Metroidvania.
Oh, are you talking about
the Jack Bros?
I
am talking about Jack Bros.
For the Virtual Boy?
Yeah, that's the one.
Wow.
Absolutely.
So, quite a pedigree.
Right. Now, this one... also a Metroidvania, but this time about Touhou, the popular shmup series by Zune.
Now, I only play games on Steam, so I don't think that there are any shmup Touhou games. I think you're making that up. I think they're all, like, Mystery Dungeon clones, like, weird arena-based fighting games, and Metroidvania.
Okay, you might not be wrong, but this one's a Metroidvania.
Mm-mm.
And so, here we're focusing on Sakuya, who is the maid to a couple of vampires. The one in particular that we're dealing with here is Remilia. And so, Remilia has sent us into an alternate version of the world from Touhou called Gensokyo.
So yeah, just from the walk cycle, one might think that this is inspired by Symphony of the Night.
It's very inspired by Symphony of the Night.
Oh, wow, Chorps got a little stuck there, didn't you?
Look, you know, timing's a little hard. But so...
It's Luigi!
Yep, that's Luigi! But, Sakuya has the power to manipulate time. And so, at the beginning, you kind of just have the ability to slow time. As you go through the game, you'll start being able to, like, stop time for certain amounts, and yeah, so it's a lot about time manipulation, and also, as you can see, throwing knives.
So is she just, like, a character, like, based off of Dio's fight scene from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 3?
That's more in the fandom than in the original, but, like, inevitably there's going to be some amount that comes over from that, yes.
Okay. She doesn't crush anybody with a steamroller, does she?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Instead of Aku, I believe Aku is from a much later game that I probably haven't played, but, you know, she'll help you save. There she is right there. It's very cute that they just, like, put the first phone call right there so you can just see as she writes down all the notes. But yeah, so, welcome to Metroidvania.
So this is a Touhou game. Like, Touhou is a lot about, like, bullet hells and stuff. Right. So, like, what's with all this grazing? Like, is she a cow?
No, grazing is a mechanic from popular bullet hell games, where basically if you touch a bullet but not within your hitbox, you get bonus points.
Oh, okay. So you get bonus points in this game? This Metroidvania?
Yeah, love getting points. Can't get enough of them.
Okay.
But so this is Nitori. We've played a game with Nitori before.
Yeah. Well, like she was like an implied character.
Right, she's a mechanic and a kappa.
You mean a capitalist?
Well, that too.
So, what's this watch do?
This watch allows you to stop time.
It was saved by the bell there.
So... yeah, no, I mean, again, this is like Sakuya's gimmick. And it powers up throughout the game, but basically your primary, like, secondary mechanic, instead of having, like, sub-items like in Castlevania, you can manipulate time.
Oh, so you can only manipulate time. There are no sub-items?
Well, give it some time and we'll talk about it. And you also have the ability to set up knives to drop. These mechanics also very show up in a lot of like the fighting games for Touhou as well, where Sakuya is a very popular character.
I could go for a nice, refreshing Coke of Cola.
Oh, well, why not get one?
Yeah.
You know, drink up.
Yeah. I like that you're not being a litter bug.
Look, I would never.
Oh. Smooth moves.
I tried. Look, I tried.
I'm sure. Oh, again.
Look, it's so hard.
Oh, you're really just gonna leave all this in here?
Look, I'll say Sakuya is a bad maid. She does not do her job well. She's very good at murder, but not as good at doing like maid stuff.
Right.
Yeah, all these also very common enemies in your Touhous. Yeah, you can see how the time manipulation goes into sort of the traversal in the game as well.
I like the weird deer heads on the door. It's very Twin Peaks.
Yeah, very much. There's definitely like some weird Western inspiration to the things in here, despite being like extremely Japanese otherwise.
Wow, what'd that do?
What? You got an item.
Oh, okay. I see this this MP system goes down a lot. Do you know what that's tied to, or?
Jesus Christ! Do we give up the roost now?
No.
It appears to be tied to your knives.
Oh, okay. But it didn't look like it was going down when you had time stopped and you were throwing knives.
Well, yeah, because the knives haven't gone anywhere. The knives are stopped.
Oh, okay.
But then you have to go collect the knives afterwards to gain MP, and also you just gain it naturally. Like, you know, through doing stuff. Just like Castlevania.
Living life.
Yeah, exactly.
Or more like living knife.
Right.
Sometimes it seems like you fall slowly. Do you start this game with a glide ability?
Yeah, you do.
Wow, that's very Touhou. I assume. They fly, don't they?
Yeah, all of them fly.
Wow.
And the ones that don't fly have things that allow them to fly, so...
Like, Midori probably has, like, a jetpack or something.
Right.
Oof.
And you have, like, Reimu, the main character, who for a while... Well, look, sometimes... Look, I'm not the best gamer. I'm willing to admit it right here. But, yeah, so, like, Reimu from the first few games on the PC 98 had to use a flying turtle to fly around.
Oh, just like Goku.
Right, just like Goku, and eventually you just gain the ability to fly. You kind of just do that when... Like, Marissa can't fly on her own, she has to use a broom.
That explains why she explains it all.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Great.
Look, I have one Touhou joke, and it's mandatory that I use it in every episode.
I don't think you used it during the Nitorink, the micro games.
Well, we have to go back and edit it in.
Alright, well, fair enough. Well, let's call in. What I like about this over other Metroidvania, specifically Symphony of the Night, which takes so much inspiration from, you don't have to deal with a really long dodecahedron animation every time you want to save.
Yeah, but it's a really good save point.
Look, it is. Love those 3D shapes. But also I like to being able to just, like, really quickly make a phone call, just, like, call in, say, like, hey, and then be done. Kind of like how I like dealing with, you know, all of my calls.
I
just
love
like in general.
The way the water just moves in this game. It's very good.
Yeah, it's very good.
It's like you're jumping on Jello every time.
There's a lot of... Team Ladybug, having done these the two games specifically, right? These two Metroidvanias, has shown a lot of, like, really good pixel art work. Like, it's really impressive, I think.
Ooh, what's this?
It's a slide. So you know how, like, how people like Lara Croft, right, has, like, a thing on her thigh that, like, keeps the knife? It's kind of like that, but now when we slide, we have a knife and we can attack while doing it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ooh. It's almost as
And
if
it
it's,
allows for additional traversal.
Yeah, practical for both traversal and combat.
Yeah, see, that's the best of both worlds. And that's the thing about Metroidvanias, right? It's about being able to use tools for more than one purpose.
Right, you got the Metroid and you got the Vania. It's peanut butter and jelly.
Exactly. It's chozo and chorizo.
Ooh.
Yeah, again, there's a lot of really good attention to detail in this, I think. And, like, by making it a Metroidvania where the plot doesn't matter, I think that they've created a good, like, entry point for Touhou.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to know anything really about it, like, the characters kind of speak for themselves.
Wow, you cannot make that jump.
It's a long jump. I think at some point you just have to forgive me.
As far as Touhou games, how would you rank this one with the others you have played?
It's very different. Again, a lot of the Touhous are bullet hells, and I'm no good at those.
Mm-hmm.
This one, I feel like I can accomplish things in, so, you know, but I feel better about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you seem to really know your stuff with this one, so it's very impressive.
Yeah, no, I've spent a lot of time playing this. You know, I've really gotten into it. I got bit by, like, Metroidvanias don't always capture me.
Did you get bit by a bug? A ladybug?
Yeah, I did get bit by a ladybug. Very good. But yeah, so, you know, a Metroidvania I'm not always super big on, but the fact that these ones are, like, pretty decently sized, I think really benefits my enjoyment of it, because I always feel like when I get into a Metroidvania, I'm just, like, too intimidated by the size of the game.
Mm-hmm. And you're like, no, it's good that it's short. You love that.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, video games shouldn't be 20 hours. They should be 2 seconds.
I wish more games were 2 seconds long. But, yeah, you know, it feels less intimidating when I get into it.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's attached to a franchise that I know quite a bit about. And so, you know, I get to enjoy that aspect of it, too.
Okay,
it's basically like fan fiction.
Okay, name 10 Touhou characters.
Okay, we have Sakuya, we have Emilia, we have Reimu, we have Marissa, we have Nitori, we have Sho, we have Byakuran. That's
I
right.
thought you were gonna say Bjork.
Yeah, we have Bjork, my favorite character. Let's see, who else do we have? We have Aya. We have Momiji.
You mean
and
Luigi?
We
saw them earlier in the game.
Yeah, Luigi. Yep, I meant that one. And then we also have. Oh, I had a really good 10 one, and then you made me forget it with your great joke. Oh shoot. Well. Uh-oh. I suddenly can't think of the last one.
I guess you're not a real Touhou fan.
Cyrano. Got it. Done. It would have been funnier if I made Cyrano the 9th one and then I acted like I didn't have a 10th. But, you know, sometimes these jokes just don't work out when you're doing them on the fly. I'm not much of an improv man.
Right, like how you're playing the game live.
Right, exactly. That's why I'm like, you know, I'm having a little trouble with these jumps and stuff.
Right, but you could cut them out if you wanted. You're just like...
Right.
You don't believe in that.
But I want to give a pure experience.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, here's Mei Ling. Mei Ling was actually the 10th I was going to use, assuming that she was going to show up.
Why did you have to assume that she showed up? Wouldn't you know?
To keep up the air of this being live. But yeah, so Mei Ling is unlike the other characters. She's unlike most of the characters. She's just human, and she doesn't really like have flying powers or really like strong projectiles. She's much more focused on physical attacks.
So do you play as her in the games, or?
You play against her, and she's in the fighting games.
Okay, but and the bullet hell games, is she a boss or something? Or?
Yeah, she's a boss. Yeah, because she is the bodyguard of the Scarlet Mansion, where Remelia the vampire lives.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but usually she's sleeping through her job.
She's just, like, standing there, or how do you...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she can't fly. I'm almost positive she can't fly. Now, to be fair, I haven't played that particular game where she comes from. So maybe she found a way to fly. Maybe she's, like, flying on the back of, like, Sakuya or something.
Oh, okay.
And that's why this fight's happening, is because Sakuya's like, hey, what the fuck?
She's, like, riding a turtle.
Yeah, she's riding... Yeah, she stole the turtle. Yeah, see, so, like you asked before, the MP is attached to knives, and so you have to wait for it to roll back up once you throw too many, if you can't recover them. Oh, The Last Stand! Oh, I love that JoJo's arc.
Ooh, nice dodge.
Yeah, you know? Again, that's the thing about Mei Ling. Mei Ling's not... She's very strong physically, but with all of her... Oh.
That's a shame, Chorps.
You know? That's just how it is sometimes. Again, I want to show that, like, you know, even I make mistakes sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Like, mistakes in that you don't want to edit out things, and you want your
Right.
co-commentator to look like a jackass.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, no, we'll take it a little more seriously this time. Now, the problem with me is I get pretty impatient, you know, like, when they're guarding, I still want to throw knives at them, even though they take 0 damage.
Mm-hmm.
So it becomes a little rough, but, you know, take the opportunity to do some grazing, do some time manipulation, and let my MP go up a bit while, you know, the weaker attacks go through.
Mm-hmm. It seems like when you graze and stop time, then that's when you get some MP back.
Yeah, because that gets you a different kind of currency, as it were, than when you graze normally.
Mm-hmm.
And you're incentivized to use all of these mechanics together. And I think they work together really well. And good, Touhou Luna Nights, I think, does a good job of, like, incorporating the fiction of the series along with the Metroidvania rules.
Wow. Now, there are Touhou Castlevania games that are just, like, they're styled after the action games. Oh.
Yes.
Wow, Chorps, looks like you really bungled up this cutscene.
Hoofa. Well, look. Who could have known?
Known what they're saying? Nobody, apparently.
There are other Touhou Castlevania-styled games that are a little more towards the, like the Castlevania aesthetic. But this one isn't. And you should check it out.
It was me! It was all me!